Enough is enough! I have had it with these snakes on this plane!
What's up, guys? It's your boy, Benny. Man, it sure would suck if your beer brand, which is marketing to men, which is marketing to specifically American men with an affinity for your brand, had the enemies of one of the biggest country and rock music stars in the world, had made enemies of the richest man in the world, controlling the most popular social media site like Elon Musk, who's spouting off here against woke investors in woke corporations that hate America. Won't be long before there are class action lawsuits by shareholders against companies' boards of directors for the destruction of shareholder value. You know, like the destruction of Bud Light, $27 billion market cap. And what exactly would complete the holy trinity of American men who are based aligned against you? You have the world's richest man. You have one of the most popular creators and creatives and musicians in the country. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you have the most listened to man in the country lining up against you. Here is Joe Rogan finally sounding off on the Bud Light boycott.
Well, they had all these like pride children's shirts and
gay children. Yeah.
And then obviously the Bud Light thing with Dylan Mulvaney, they've lost $20+ billion. You imagine you just gonna send a fucking can to some confused person that day 365 of womanhood, and you send that person a fucking can with their face on, and your company loses $20 billion. That is wild, man. So we're seeing that now, but we never saw that before, where people are going, enough.
Right.
Enough. Stop shoving this down everybody's throat. When I go to Target, I don't want to see, like, tuck pants where you, like, they're designed to help you tuck your dick. Like, hey, that's not normal. And I don't want that right in front of everybody.
Boom. Finally, the man, the myth, the legend, Joe Rogan, the most listened to man in the world. Every single podcast listened to by 14, 15 million people, maybe even more. The officials' numbers never really get released. Maybe it's 20 million. Either way, that's more people than all of the network news shows combined for their primetime hours. Yeah. Joe Rogan saying that Dylan Mulvaney is a confused person and that Bud Light is stupid for their partnership that betrays their loyal customers. And yes, betray their customers they did. Comedian Joe Rogan says that Dylan Mulvaney and their partnership with Bud Light has been a disaster. Rogan slammed companies like Target for shoving agenda in people's faces and down everyone's throats, accusing them of proselytizing, which is a perfect word because it is a religion, obviously. This is a religion. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a religion. Would Bud Light make a can with the Christ child on it? Ask yourself that. For Christmas? Or the resurrection for Easter? Or Muhammad? Nah, I don't think so. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a religion. It's a theology that Bud Light is celebrating, and they're using your money and your loyalty to do it, and they're lying to you about it. As we enumerated earlier in the week, we've caught Bud Light in a lie. You see, Bud Light responded to the controversy with Dylan Mulvaney, listening to that Joe Rogan clip. Hey, they sent a can to Mulvaney. True, but that's not the full picture, Joe. Not trying to call out Joe Rogan. Love Joe Rogan. But we actually caught him in a lie. You see, Bud Light's official stance here is that they only sent one can to one social media influencer. Not made for production or sale to the general public. Not a formal campaign. You can see their CEO saying that as well. Not a formal campaign, says Michael Daukris, CEO of Bud Light. Said it was one post. Here's an exact quote from the guy. We need to clarify the facts. This was one can, one influencer, not one post, not a campaign. Chris said. That's the CEO of Bud Light. I mean, come on, CEO of Anheuser-Busch. Saying it's misinformation, claim otherwise. But you know, a funny little thing happened on our way to looking at this partnership with Mulvaney. You see, Bud Light is lying to you about that. See, a marketing agency is who introduced Bud Light to Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney was a contractor with this marketing agency. It was called Captivate. Here's their website. What does Captivate do? Well, they run campaigns with influencers. These are campaigns that they run to drive revenue through creators. How Captivate works. We run high-performing influencer campaigns. Well, wait a second. The CEO says it's not a campaign. This was not a campaign. Well, what do the facts bear out? Well, let's go ahead over here to Dylan Mulvaney's Instagram. Let's look at the scene of the crime here. What you'll see is multiple posts with Bud Light partner tagged in it. This one's from 17 weeks ago. This one, which is the famous one, right? The one that got Bud Light ultimately in trouble, also tagged with Bud Light partner. This is from 10 weeks ago. Well, that's interesting. Dylan Mulvaney is posting here in February 11th. February 11th? Oh my goodness. This one's from April 1st. This was the March Madness one, of course, that really was the thorn in the craw, so to speak. So, yeah, this was a campaign, including multiple posts that weren't age-gated, even though they were alcohol posts, promoting alcohol and money. This specific campaign, which was not age-gated, meaning that anyone could see it, you're supposed to age-gate these things if you're selling a product that can only be bought by 21-year-olds, like alcohol. Well, this one promises that you could win up to $15,000 if you buy beer and carry it around on social media. Share with the Easy to Carry contest. So this was a campaign, you idiots. You people lied to us. This is a lie. This statement is a lie. These articles are lies. This is a lie. This was by definition a campaign. So no matter how much you hate Bud Light, you don't hate them enough. That's why it's great to see their stock doing this right now. Ladies and gentlemen, they're lying to you. And now you and I and all the other boycotters are on the side of Joe Rogan, on the side of Elon Musk, and on the side of Kid Rock. And that's good company. It's your boy Benny. Like, share, and subscribe. See ya.